You know that concept where people talk about Jesus being born to a virgin? It's pretty much Christianity 101, one of the first things they teach you when you dive into the religion. Or, as some Christians will promptly remind you, the relationship. Now, there are loads of Christian groups out there with all sorts of beliefs, but the whole idea of Jesus being born from a virgin, that's one thing that's pretty consistent across the board. I've been around in the Christian circles for quite a while, and I never once came across anyone saying, well, me and my churchmates do not believe Jesus was born of a virgin. You know, like they argue about the Sabbath and other ideas. Now, if you firmly believe in the virgin birth of Christ, brace yourself for some challenging thoughts. I stumbled upon this pretty intriguing argument that, well, Jesus might not have been born from a virgin. Let me break it down for you. I've got 3 points that made me rethink this whole thing. So there's this verse, Isiah 7:14, that's linked to Jesus' virgin birth. Like the writer of Matthew went ahead and said, yep, this is where it was predicted that Jesus would be born from a virgin. But hold on a second, that's not exactly accurate. Here's the deal. In that Isaiah bit, there's this King Ahaz dude who's a bit freaked out about these rival kings plotting against him. He's basically looking for a sign from the big guy upstairs, assuring him that things will be okay. Isaiah steps in with a sign, a way for Ahaz to know when God's going to take care of those plotting kings. Now, Isaiah's like, check it out. There's this young woman who's pregnant. She's going to have a son. And before that kid can even tell right from wrong, those troublesome kings will be history. Long story short, this whole prophecy was meant to give Ahaz some comfort. But here's the twist. Jesus wasn't born for another 700 years. What, may I ask, is the point of a prophecy that takes almost a millennium to come true? How was this supposed to comfort Ahaz, who was counting down to an invasion? Now, here's the second nail in the virgin birth coffin. The word virgin in that verse is kinda contentious. When you dig into it, turns out the original Hebrew word was alma, which really just means a young woman. Basically, the text speaks nothing of virginity, it's just talking about a young pregnant woman or a young woman with child. You can actually find this in the footnotes of many Bibles where they're like, is it virgin or just young woman? Now here's the kicker to the kicker. Isn't it a bit odd that none of the other folks writing about Jesus in the New Testament, not a single apostle, thought to mention this super important born from a virgin thing? Like, not a peep, not even casually slipping into a conversation. Not Paul, not John, not Mark, not Peter, or any other figure apart from Matthew and Luke. You know what else is kind of eyebrow-raising? In the world of Judaism, nobody reads that Isaiah 7 passage and thinks, aha, this is all about the Messiah and his miraculous virgin birth. Nope, not at all. So bottom line, this might have been about humans sneaking in their ideas for reasons only they can articulate. It's widely agreed that the idea of a virgin birth was tacked on later to catch the attention of folks who were already into stories about God's fathering children with virgins, aka pagans.